when you were first exposed to animated in 2007, what was your initial kind of take on it? What were your initial thoughts?
I think a lot of us probably had a very similar reaction to animated, right? And we saw it come up, and we saw these really thick black outlines, really 2D artwork. We've come off a few generations of show where I think Energon started using 3D animation, and Energon was using the actual CAD models for the toys to do their 3D animation as well. And so Energon had very very toy-like designs. And there's always been this disconnect between what Transformers look like on screen and what they look like in hand when you've got a toy in your hand. Like, you can think about Optimus Prime, the G1 toy versus its cartoon appearance. Or what about Ratchet and Ironhide and things like that? And so animated came along with these really sweeping, like real obvious hand-drawn designs with curved lines, and a lot of us saw this and thought, it was like, what is this? This is Transformers done by the Powerpuff Girls. Like, what? That doesn't seem right to me. No, I don't like that at all. And I remember looking at it and just going, oh, I don't know what that is. Surprise! People had a negative reaction to something that was announced. I mean, that never happens, does it? But in the wash up, I think we probably had a much better reaction to animated in the long run. But the first reaction was probably not that great. What do other people think about this? Like, what did you all think about animated as you saw the first pieces of artwork hit the internets?
I agree. When animated came out, like, I was one of the people who were just like, oh, this looks weird, but I'll give it a go. I never hated it, but I was definitely not and there was definitely a camp where people were just like, oh, this is shit, we're not going to watch it, blah, blah, blah. They don't want to give it a go. But I was in the camp of like, oh, it looks weird, but I'll give it a go. And I remember watching it on, I think was it Cheese TV or one of the morning cartoon programs. I forced myself to be late for the bus, so then I would have to be, driven to school by mum so I could watch it. So I would more often than not purposely miss the bus so I could watch animated. I was definitely skeptical, but in the long run, very happy with it, and it is one of my favorites. It's in my top 3 Transformers series of all time. I can't really choose which one's my first, second, and third, but there's a top 3 and it's in there. It's something that ended too early, or it didn't get enough time that it deserved, and something that I think everyone who's a fan of Transformers animated would love a continuation of in some form.